AFKNinja. Really strong central control, kind of limitless troops at the moment. Well, maybe not limitless, but he definitely has a lot. Taking a look around, you can see he is reinforcing this little vulnerable side area here. I wonder if he'll ever consider putting barbed wire back up on there or not. Doesn't really matter, though. Here we have some intrepid pioneers now charging on out, trying to see if they can do any damage here and cap that victory point. No, going to have to retreat right away. Definitely seen by everything. Oh, and we had one more strafing run just going right through the center there. I see a lot of little XP blobs up there. It looks like just mostly did a lot of damage to a bunch of Volksgrenadiers who were up there. And now we have the charge that we've been waiting for. It looks like ProPipe cashing in on this Sherman tank. Going to move on up and try and see if it can't wreck this building. Oh, and it does! Completely takes out the heavy machine gun team in that building there right now. He was kind of getting flanked a little bit by these Panzerschreck-wielding grenadiers, but it looks like these Browning automatic rifle squads coming up behind that, doing a lot of damage, kind of getting his back. He's got to be careful, though. There are some landmines on the ground that he does not know about. I mean, he is actually surrounded by landmines for the time being. Oh, God, he is so close. Maybe these riflemen will hit it instead. Oh, they do hit it, but it still damages his engine. Over here on the right-hand side, these engineers, again, trying to play the passive-aggressive war, but it looks like the venerable Volksgrenadiers have them in their sights. They're just going to have to retreat here, most likely. Meanwhile, towards the center, we can see that AFKNinja did, in fact, get a Panzer command up, and he does have one Panzer out there right now. It is a Vet 1 Panzer. That's an interesting choice. I honestly would have expected a Panther first, or something that is more clearly anti-tank. But perhaps he has long game in mind and wants just kind of a more versatile tank here that can do better against infantry and whatnot. Venerable Volks trying to cap this point, but they are under fire from a Sherman tank. Whoa, nice swing and a miss there, luckily for them. And I think they're going to get that point. Yes, they are. Did they? Yes, there it goes. And we do have some reinforced paratroopers here right now. He's kind of lagging behind the rest of his squad. Going to have to catch on up with them there. We have some debris being flung all about the screen right now. And this central area always gets so trashed. I always love seeing before and after pictures. The buildings in this game so far are really well intact. Usually all of these buildings are knocked down. But not a lot has been going on in there so far. Panzer's moving on out. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and jump on down to AFKNinja's point of view now, so note the change in the minimap and in the victory points, and we will see that he does have another Panzer coming out there. And I think that's going to be his game plan. So he's firing up manpower blitz, and he's probably just going to start going heavy into armor and just kind of push all that back, because he definitely has a huge fuel advantage. We do see a second Sherman tank out there for ProPipe right now. ProPipe is going to have a hard time keeping up with any sort of arms escalation, just because of the fact that he does not have fuel. As you can see, AFKNinja just spent a ton of fuel queuing up a Panther. Okay, so he's got two Panzers and a Panther in store. Sherman tank just kind of doing a donut here, knocking over some walls. Nothing too important here, but once again, look at this strong central presence here. This is really the macro game right now, where AFKNinja is just making sure he stays on top of production. He keeps all of his units spread out and that sort of thing. Not even a terrible lot of fighting happening right now, at least not a lot of important battles, just lots of little skirmishes and things like that. Haven't really seen a major offensive for a little while now. So AFKNinja just kind of fighting really deep in ProPipe's territory. I think these venerable Volks have met their match here. They're going to have to get out of there pretty soon. But the flank maneuver coming in right now in the airborne, not too bad either. Perhaps they're just going to stand their ground. We do have infantry pillage activated now. Oh, and a strafing run goes down on top of all of that once again. Always beware of the strafing run. Now they are all very wounded and pinned, and it looks like a bunch more riflemen are coming in to kind of help them out. But little did ProPipe know, there are just troops everywhere. It doesn't matter. You know, AFKNinja is pretty much without number in this conflict right now. Double Panzers out right now. These guys are definitely going to be doing a lot of damage to anybody who tries to sneak on out of there. A little bit of passive-aggressive capping going on here on the right-hand side. And I want to check in and see, we do have a Panther coming out right now. And that thing is definitely going to really tip the scales in terms of fighting versus Shermans and whatnot. So we've got one Sherman over here on the right just kind of guarding this little alleyway, pretty much his one fuel that he can count on. And then over here on the left, the single Sherman right now, who has not really been deployed at all. Again, a lot of troops kind of hanging out in ProPipe's base. He's kind of without a good place to deploy them for the time being. You can see that passive-aggressive warfare coming to an end right now as the Panzer just kind of picks off the last rifleman squad getting on out of there. Oh, he's got to just kind of retreat these guys home before they take too much damage. That is Vet 2, by the way. And here we have it. Double Panzers now moving on in. Definitely wanting to shoo these guys on out of here. And the Panthers moving on through the center right now, backed by a lot of infantry. Huge, strong central control right now for AFKNinja. Absolutely, seriously bad news. We'll have to see if anything else is coming of it. Looks like his manpower blitz just finished cooling down. And he's going for it, man. He just wants to take out this Sherman. Looks like, oh, is he going to go for the Gosu block? Yes, he is. He's going to move his model right behind this Sherman tank here and just kind of screw it up. Screw up its pathing quite a bit as they all just kind of gather around it and just kind of pounce on top of that thing. So a lot of damage there. Meanwhile, it looks like a little bit of a counterattack happening in the middle right now here. We do have some Volksrangers backing on out and the Panther trying to kind of return some fire here. These infantry here are doing quite well in the center right now. They might have to take some shots from this Panther though. Meanwhile, we do have both Panzers just kind of cruising through ProPipe's base, and in so doing taking out a machine gun nest right there. The Panzers now coming in for a flanking position, coming in right behind this Sherman tank, kind of swiveling their turrets into action. You can see that the airborne are also coming up behind them with their recoilless rifles, putting a little bit of damage into this rear Panzer, whose rear armor is now exposed. And unfortunately, it looks like ProPipe was able to just perfectly maneuver his Sherman on out of there, not taking too much damage at all from these double Vet 1 Panzers. In the center, by the way, the riflemen are capping that central victory point. It is kind of a tough victory because he capped it, but there's really no way he's going to control this side of the map. But now, just kind of charging on in right now, you can see that both Panzers are really going for broke. I think he just wants to start trading tanks at this point. He would be happy to trade 2 Panzers for 2 Shermans, plus whatever else he can kill in the base at this point of the game, because his production is so much higher. He has a lot more fuel economy, and with manpower blitz and that sort of thing, he can really afford this sort of stuff. So it looks like he's just trying to inflict some random casualties right here. We do have a sticky bomb going off. Main gun is destroyed on this. Oh, and there it goes. Meanwhile, very wounded Panzer back here with its damaged engine, just kind of firing away, trying to get as many casualties as it can. You can hear these little recoilless rifles going off, just kind of bouncing off of its front armor a little bit there. Any casualties right now are money in the bank for him, doing a little bit of extra economic damage here. So, but this thing is really short-lived. There we go. Main gun destroyed. Continuing to fire away with this machine gun, but 1 or 2 more recoilless rifle shots should be all it takes to get rid of this thing. Boom! There it goes. Okay, so the Panzers are gone for the time being. We'll have to see. We do have another Panzer being queued up right now for AFKNinja, and we have a Panther in the center. So he pretty much just traded pieces right there, knowing that he was at an advantage. Looks like a little bit of skirmishing going on, but once again, AFKNinja deep behind enemy lines, just capping all sorts of points. You'll notice, by the way, at some point during all of that, he managed to decap this strategic victory point, which controls the entire road and has bifurcated ProPipe's properties. So I think that was one of the things that he was doing while he was distracting with all of the Panzers in the base, was just making sure that while you're distracting, you're doing something useful. You can see he decapped this victory point and split up ProPipe's territory here. So really putting ProPipe in a very bad economic position here, and just kind of playing for the long game, not trying to win big or anything like that. Definitely he wasn't trying to destroy ProPipe's base when he charged in there, just distracting a little bit, and I really like that kind of play. Looks like our Grenadiers are building a little bit of a sandbag here in the middle, tired of not having any cover. And we do see for the first time now, it looks like ProPipe is recapping all of these territories here. He's got a lot of lost ammunition and stuff like that on the left-hand side there. Meanwhile, we do have our first Panzer back out on the field right now. And what is he building here? Another heavy machine gun team coming out right now for AFKNinja. So AFKNinja looking pretty sharp indeed. I like this little bit of extra green cover there. So for the time being, it looks like ProPipe knows exactly what's going on. He's just kind of scouting the middle here. And manpower blitz is back up, and boom, right away, just firing off his manpower blitz. It looks like AFKNinja doesn't even have the population right now to build anything too useful. So that's kind of unfortunate, but he's just going to use it anyways, because why not? But if he had a few more territories, he could consider getting heavy armor support at this point in the game. Always nice to have a nice Tiger and Ostwind or something like that, just kind of flood on into the battlefield. But for now he's just going to have to get other stuff. So you can see he is just instead using that money to go ahead and upgrade his veterancy, probably realizing that he is capped at the moment and can't build any more units. So looks like he just got veterancy for his support, and you can see that this whole building is getting upgraded right now. Going Vet 2 for his tanks. That's pretty awesome, sorry. So Vet 1 for the heavy machine gun team, that's not bad. So super duper Vet units out there. Again, great little defensive place to fight from if you're just trying to guard this fuel point, or to guard that fuel point from the opposite side of the wall, as we saw ProPipe do earlier. Pretty good stuff there. And everybody's just charging on in here. So Looks pretty good. Again, AFKNinja, I don't think he's trying to, like, really take the center. He's just constantly challenging ProPipe, you know what I mean? He doesn't, like, it would be very tempting just to sit right here in the middle and just sit on top of your territory, but it's much more aggressive to, like, hold the space just a little bit in front of your territory and, again, force your opponent to kind of fight there. So the tanks are going to move in, likely destroying some of this handiwork of the Grenadiers, but that's kind of okay for the time being. A couple of riflemen lying in wait. We do have these Vet 3 riflemen here, 17 kills and 1 tank kill. They're all charging in right now, Browning automatic rifles blazing away. Bargain Ghost Grenadiers just going to have to kind of fall back a little bit for the time being. Oh, another beautiful looking strafing run happening right here, just trying to prevent that victory point from being captured. I definitely saw quite a few gentlemen fall to that. And now here we have the Vet 2 Panzers are moving on in. You can see that they now have an MG42 gunner on the roof. And wow! Wow, that was just annihilation. I mean, yeah, it was pretty bad that the strafing run happened there, but a lot of riflemen just died right there. And it looks like all of the airborne are getting on out of there too. So really, this is looking horrible for ProPipe. Unfortunately, I think that AFKNinja's late game plan of just kind of chilling out and just kind of slowly creeping forward has managed to win him this game here. So we'll have to see how much longer ProPipe can hold on, but I'm very, very worried for him at this point in the game. You can see AFKNinja just has a humongous army right now. We've got snipers, a couple of tanks, just huge stuff out there right now. So ProPipe in the meantime completely huddled around for warmth in his base. It looks like he has one squad of engineers out here on the right hand side, but now he is being seriously decapped. Losing that large combat right there where he had to retreat with his entire army is definitely going to cost him some serious economic points here in the game. Looks like the Panzer is moving on up just to cap all of this stuff, or just to like sit on top of it while it's being capped. And it looks like they are going to grab that all-important victory point right there, splitting ProPipe's territory up even more. Now just look at this. Look at the beautiful positioning here. We've got machine guns in the back, Grenadiers up front here. Oh, and a strafing run goes off once again, killing 2 of the machine gunners, but not getting too much else done. Looks like maybe pinning a little bit here. But here we have the Panzers are just holding on, wanting to have all of this massive fighting happening on this side of the battlefield right now. You can see, looks like the riflemen up top here are very, very pinned. Paratroopers doing quite nicely, but really that this awesome Panzer tank just kind of scooting on out of there. He's going to get away, and these guys are just going to be left kind of out in the open right now, being picked off by random troops. And we have a good games from ProPipe. So game 1 is going to go to AFKNinja, and it looks like ProPipe, we're going to go ahead and have these guys switch races, and ProPipe will pick the next map. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with game 2.